Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to a Let's Play of War in the West, where we're playing as the Allies. Last time around, in late December 1943, we have pushed the Germans out of this area around Rome here, and pretty much sent them running up here in the north. So, I have had the German advance in the meantime, because it's always a little bit tedious to show that on screen, but as you can see, we did encircle some units over here along the western coast. So what have we got over there? Can't see it now, but the Germans did try to break out of that by attacking the New Zealand division that is situated over here. They were soundly unsuccessful in that. We've had a very bad combat modifier over here. I don't exactly know why it was so bad, but the nice thing about that is we were still very comfortably able to hold against them over here. They lost 280 men and a couple of guns. That's not the big issue. The big issue is that they've got quite a couple of units here that should be disrupted now, which is very nice for us. So yeah, I think that is fairly nice for us and pretty good. So happy about that. No further engagements other than that. But what we can see is the Germans have withdrawn quite a couple of hexes over here. So that's nice to see. They did disengage from this entire mountain line over here. They did disengage from this river over here, the Tronto. So that's kind of alright. And let's have a look at what this situation is now. So I think we can get rid of this. That's fine. And as you can see, they have brought up a couple of further divisions over here. We've got a Panzer Grenadier division, we've got a Reserve Infantry division, and parts of a Fallschirmjäger division. The rest of the Fallschirmjäger division, an infantry division, and Panzer Grenadier division over here. And then if we move a little bit to the northeast of this lake over here, we've got pretty much 1.5 infantry division over here. Then probably the rest of the infantry division, yeah. A little bit of the Fallschirmjäger division, another Fallschirmjäger division, a mountain division, and then some Panzer Grenadiers. And this all over here is probably a little bit less interesting. A lot of corps divisions over here and some fortress construction battalions, which is interesting because probably, I don't know exactly what that shields them. Probably it shields the eastern part of the peninsula over here from an advance that way. Yeah, that's probably what they're trying to do over here. Interestingly enough, they've got a full panzer division over here in this area here, in these light woods. Interesting. And then up over here we've got another Panzer Grenadier division, part of Fallschirmjägers. Yeah. Interesting. So to me, this looks like a couple of things that we can do over here. Well, firstly, we're of course going to try to reduce these guys that we have encircled. It's a division, it's a regiment, it's a brigade. So kind of interesting, kind of strong units as well. So I think that's going to be very interesting. Also, I don't know just how many Italian reinforcements they are going to get. So I think that is going to be a nice push into this hex. They're also going to be isolated, so I think that will very much reduce their combatability. Now, I would love to encircle this hex over here, and the reason for that is it's two full divisions in here, an infantry division and a Panzer Grenadier division and part of a Fallschirmjäger division, so that would be fantastic. There's this weak link up here with only 4 defensive power, so maybe we can try to push through here. Maybe we can circle around there. Maybe we can circle around here. I think all of this would be kind of interesting because certainly we might try to encircle these guys over here. That's just 2 hexes. I think 2 hexes is within the realm of possibilities. Up over here this is going to be more complicated, and I think we would have to break through on this hex over here and circle around these guys. I don't think anything else is particularly viable. All of these units over here, they just seem to be too strong. I don't think there's just not going to be any possibility of advance further across the river and then into the rear. I just don't buy it. So I don't think there's anything that we can do over here. We can certainly try to push through over here. This does look a little bit weak as well, so maybe push onto Ancora. It would be nice to get to Fano because that would basically cut off their rail supply along this entire eastern coast. Probably not going to get there this turn, but ultimately that might be a worthwhile target to push onto. But look at all these rivers. I kind of doubt whether we'll be able to get through here. So let's see. We are going to try to push onto with the 30th Corps over here, but I'm not too excited about that. I am excited about this. I would love to break through here, but where does that get us? I think just basically moving into here, that's 10 movement points. That's another 10. So I don't think we're going to be viably running deep into their line over here. Even if we got to the lake over there, I don't think it's just that useful at all. So I think the more limited choice would be to attack over here. That being said, it's going to be complicated because, as you can see, there's a lot of heavy rain over here. And that does very much impede our progress because we cannot use our aircrafts in Italy. Basically, all of Italy, heavy rains. It is late December, so it's to be expected that we have some turns here, which are just not going to be great for us. But I do think we need to keep up the momentum, otherwise these guys are going to dig in, and that is just not going to be useful. So that's fine. I did move around quite a couple of units here to get a little bit closer to the front line in terms of the air stuff, but all in all it's not too exciting, honestly. Other minor change here is that I put the French Corps over here, so the Expeditionary Free French Corps. They are now part of the 7th US Army, and I think it's pretty much the only thing that I are directly controlling, so yeah, it's a small change. Other than that, our main combat units are going to be over here. Right, that's basically it down here. Let's look at Northern Europe, and that's basically the only air attacks that we're going to do. But it is going to be a little bit more complicated than usual. So let's start out with the easiest thing. Bomber Command is going to hit the Ruhr area, and they're going to hit it with about 900 bombers, and their targets are going to be pretty diverse. But it's mostly going to be the fuel, the oil that is still in the vicinity. It's a little bit more complicated than that because a lot of these fuel production lines, as you can see over here, are normal fuel production refineries and not synthetic fuel refineries. Since Germany is stripped of oil and not really constrained by fuel refineries, it's a little bit unfortunate that we will hit the fuel production facilities because these are actually pretty worthless to us. Nevertheless, synthetic fuel production, that is a worthwhile target. So since we can't distinguish between that, over here we're just going to hit it like that. We're also going to try to hit the vehicle yards. We're going to try to hit the heavy industries whenever we can. And maybe the manpower, some AFVs down here. It's more or less a general attack on these industrial facilities. That of course is a night bombardment. The other big supporting mission is by Fighter Command here. These are going to be intruder missions by night fighters, so trying to intercept the German night fighters as they land. There are quite a couple over here, as you can see. Nevertheless, that is basically that. And then we've got the 8th US Air Force. These guys are going to attack this area here of Vorpommern, I want to say. So Mecklenburg-Vorpommern area along the Baltic coast over here. And their job is going to be a little bit more interesting. So these guys are going to try to hit the V weapon factories. There's one big one at Greifswald, 20. There's a little bit at Swinemünde, 4. There's some at Strelitz. That's another 6. And I think there's a little bit in Rostock as well, isn't there? Yeah, just 2. Let's see whether we can hit these guys. I do think we need to send a lot of recon here. Do we do that? 43 planes? Yeah, everything except the fortresses. I think that is fine. Why are you guys out of range? You shouldn't be out of range, should you? High level cameras and drop tanks? Maybe you're going to be in range now? Yeah, okay, perfect. Nice. So, that's great. So we have a lot of different targets over there. Let's see whether that is going to be successful. I certainly hope it will. Because, why are V weapon factory is important? Because next turn it's going to be January 1944. And in 1944, the U-boats stop to be the main source of victory points for the Germans. And it's mainly going to be up to the V factories. So let's try to hit them a little bit in advance over here and prevent the Germans from accumulating too many victory points. Same thing up over here. We've got the more tactical oriented bombing group. So the 9th US Air Force is going to try to strike at Cherbourg, and there is a worthwhile target there. Yeah, there's a V weapon site, 32 points. That's extremely important to hit. There's one at Bethune, which is another 16 points. And then there are a couple of ones here at, I think, Boulogne, 8 points. Dunkirk, 8 points. And another one over here, 16 points. These are going to be targeted by number 6 group from the Royal Canadian Air Force. These are pretty much our Wellingtons, and these guys are going to be supported by some Spitfires. So, yeah, let's see about that. Oh, I do realise that I do need some recon over here. I don't know who has got some free recon planes. Maybe you guys do? Yeah, you do. So, yeah, let's grab a couple of mosquitoes, I guess. That's fine. And you've got an area of 3, is that correct? Let's confirm that briefly. And then just check on the... No, okay, so that's an area of 2, but you're all centered around this over here, so yeah, that's gonna work out fine. Let's just make sure that you are on the correct altitude. You are, and you are striking on 2 days over here, which might be a little bit too little. Let's do 3 days, and that is gonna be fine. And your target priority is gonna be no. You do need to be on a strategic mission over here, and your target priority then is gonna be the launch sites. There we go. Fine, that should work out perfectly all right. And that's basically it here for Northern Europe. We do have an air superiority mission here by number 13 group RAF, so that's Spitfire 8. I did go ahead and change that up a little bit, so if we can see that over here, it should be a lot cleaner now. And I know this is not super important, but I do like it that most of our guys here do now have a more or less stable outfit of groups. We're going to change them around a little bit. So for example, these Spitfires here are going to change into another group. Can't do that now, but that's going to be alright. But yeah, then we're going to have, I think number 10th group is going to be another strike group with Typhoons. Number 9 is going to have the long-range Mosquitoes over here. And then number 11th group, Spitfire LF9s. These guys all Spitfire 8s, which do have I think a slightly higher range. And you know what? Given this big airfield over here, I wonder whether we shouldn't try to send up some of the air groups that we've got in terms of... Is it number 12th group? Could be number 12th group, right? Yeah, number 12 is over here. Well, if you've got a lot of guys without range, so that's basically only 3 guys who have range, so that's not really impressive. So, who was the other group? Number 9, I think. So, where's number 9? You're all the bombardment group, that's alright. Let's try to send these guys. Okay, so let's set some filters here. And I think I only want fighter bombers, so that should give me some indication where you guys are. No, these are the escort fighters. Number 11. Where's number 9 group? Are you guys all situated way over here? No, this is all number 10. I'm looking for number 9 air group. 9th US Air Force. This is not correct. Number 11. I think this is... You're going there. That's okay though. You won't have a lot of range because that's... Okay, that's number 9. Yeah, I think we can try to set something up with number 9. Right, okay, let's get over here. Number 9 group, RAF. Let's set you guys up over here on an area of, let's say, 4. That's a little bit outside of your range, is it? Okay, let's say an area of 2. Okay, that will work. Let's assign all of these groups here. You don't even carry anything. That's interesting. So you're just without any support, which is fairly lovely actually. I didn't know you could do that. So 3 would probably be too much? No, 3 would work. Okay, let's get over here then. And you're starting over there. Honestly, I think this is a nice choice over here. Now, the unfortunate thing is I think the Mosquitoes don't have a very great altitude setting. I think 15,000 is the best that they can do. So we're going to actually fly them at 15,000 and see how that is going to work. But yeah, I'm just... Oh, damn it, I didn't register it. Stupid me. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just going to quickly do that again. Shouldn't take too long. There we go, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get a little bit to the north here. I don't want to fly over Untied. Right, 15,000, is that it? Yeah, fine, confirm, yes, thank you. There we go. So yeah, some long-range fighters operating over here. Maybe they're gonna interrupt these guys a little bit here as these bombers are flying in, so it would be nice, certainly. Right, so you guys are not flying on day 1 and 4. You know what, maybe we don't need to fly on day 4 either. Day 1 we're gonna fly, maybe we can intercept these guys before they do engage anyone of our guys. So, without further ado, let's hit the next turn button over here. I'll actually execute our air directives. see how well all of our attacks here are going to go. Specifically in Northern Europe, I mean, it's probably going to be a little bit shorter here, as there's nothing happening in Southern Europe. We are starting to pile up some losses over here. A lot of losses to flak, actually. That's untypically high. And a lot of losses against air combat still. There's about 2-to-1 losses here against the Germans, so that's not great, really. Right, as a priority, you guys did do the air intruder missions, and you did shoot down a large number of planes, actually. That's good to see. Why does it only say 6 lost? I do see more than that, but I suppose that's alright. Okay, so that's the night intruders. Quite a couple of them shot down, so that's good. Bomber Command, as usually, a little bit our problem child here, with a lot of losses piling up on the bombardments of the Ruhr area. And I'm guessing that a lot of you guys are 18 are losses against flag, are you? Yes. Okay, the Ruhr area is just so well defended, it really eats into our units. Actually, we did lose fighters there against flag, so that's harsh. On the other hand, we're doing a little bit of damage here. Resource production, which we aren't even targeting. Rally huts, which we aren't even targeting. And a little bit in fuel production, a little bit in synthetic fuel. So this is pretty much the only one that I do think is relevant for now. A little bit of heavy industry, that's good. Manpower is nice-ish. Manpower is nice-ish. Half tracks, that's good. Fuel production is irrelevant. Fuel production is irrelevant. Synthetic fuel, 17 synthetic fuel. This is probably the most important hit over here that we are flying against them. Yeah, nevertheless, as typical, Bomber Command really not doing that well in terms of shooting down enemy aircraft. It's just what it is. Right, you guys seem to be doing fine, so the V-launch sites here pretty much disrupted in their entirety. That's actually nice. I think they're basically at 0. Yeah, you can see the diminishing returns that we're getting over here, but yeah, they must be completely completely destroyed. Right, so that's cool. 8th US Air Force, you guys did strike in the northern German region. Wow, 90 aircraft lost against 70 German ones. This is worse than usual, but we are operating at the at very extended ranges over here, where we don't really have fighter cover all the way through. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's just sometimes you do get that. Right. The Bf-109s do shoot down quite a couple of our guys, but so do we lose some. Who's shooting them down though? It's the Mustangs. And actually some fortresses in self-defense. Interesting. 2 kills here by one of the fortress groups. Another 2 kills there. Wow. Yeah, but probably accumulated damage over time. Right, okay, so yeah, I think it's okay. We did do the damage that we asked them to do. We did lose a lot of aircrafts in the process. It's what it is, so that's okay, I suppose. Lots of aircraft lost over here. I think that's due to the flak concentration on the coast. But again, we roughly seem to be doing the damage that we want to see here at Cherbourg. So yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. And then we've got these 6 Canadian guys. Yeah, you guys did disrupt quite a number of these targets here, so that's good to see. You guys didn't do any damage here. Well, it might have been completely damaged, but okay. Nevertheless, that's okay. Number 9, did you do anything, by the way? So you were coming in at... Ooh, yes. So you did lose 40 aircraft, but you did shoot down 42 Germans. So honestly, I think this is a good mission over here. Yeah, we lost 25 mosquitoes, which hurts a lot. But they lost Focke-Wulfs. They lost Bf-109s and the U-88. I think that's a Night Fighter, the C variant, but I'm not too sure. And yeah, these guys are flying pretty low. I mean, these guys are coming in a little bit higher here. And probably that's who's getting the kills. Yeah, the Focke-Wulfs are getting the kills, and the losses are mostly being suffered also by Focke-Wulfs. But yeah, the quality of their air crews are going down if we keep on doing this. So yeah, I think this is a fine. It's an okay trait in this one, and over here we're doing a little bit better. So I think that's perfectly fine. Just drive down their capabilities here, and yeah, you can see they're losing guys on the most experienced squadrons here, so yeah, I think that's perfectly alright. Good. Anyone else? Number 13's air group, you didn't do anything, it just suffered a lot of damaged stuff over here, and quite a couple of destroyed ones as well, but yeah, nothing too big, so I suppose that's alright. Good. Let's get rid of the industrial review, let's get rid of this over here, and let's focus on what we can do here in Italy. Right, so, well, the first obvious thing should be that we are driving onto these German positions here with our mountain troops, so not a big excitement, but I suppose that's fine. Okay, you guys can potentially get into the city over here, or do I want you to be on this bank of the river? I think over here is fine. That's alright, yeah. Okay, you guys do need to move to normal movements here. And then basically you guys are just going to advance here towards these positions. I would love to kick these guys out. Okay, let's grab these two strong units over here and do a deliberate attack against these guys. Drive them back a little bit. We're not committing any planes over here. That's nice to see, and we are doing a lot more damage than they are. So that's also very lovely to see. Yeah, and that would allow us to bring these tank units here behind these Panzer Grenadier divisions, which is lovely, but I can't actually occupy that hex there, can I now? I cannot. So yeah, there's really no point in driving the tanks on the other side of the river here if they cannot even be supported. So yeah, that's probably just a no then. Right, what else can we do though? You guys, 15 movement points, 13 over there. Yeah, we can get you in here, but there's no point in that. We could try to attack these guys, but again, what would be the point? It would just drive them back. Right, so I suppose we're just gonna sort of boringly advance over here. We can bring the tank forward a little bit further. Make it at least a little bit more difficult for them. Yeah, but just see how many movement points it costs us to move there. Interestingly enough, we could also move here, but again, if we can't reinforce this position in any other way, yeah, I don't think there's any point doing that. Okay, you guys are going to advance there. That's pretty much alright, and that does settle all of this flank. So that's the easy one. The more difficult one will be on this side, obviously. Right, so I think the first thing is we're going to try to push through here. Oh, well, the first thing might actually be to eliminate this one over here, because otherwise it's going to be costing us a lot of movement points to get anywhere over here. So, yeah, honestly, that might be you guys. Is there anyone else in this headquarter? Yeah, so this is what? The 2nd US Corps. So, you guys are funny. I always like to use you. But I think we might be using the French instead over here. Now let's move the French up over here. So that does give us what? 20 against their 14. Yeah, we probably want to increase that a little bit. Right, okay, let's get you into play. Get over here. 24 against 14. Let's try. Okay, that's very nice. Good ratio over here. I'm happy I committed who I committed. So that's 16,000 Germans surrendering. Well, 18,000 I guess. 500 lost on our side. Very, very nice ratio over here. That is good. So that should allow us to move in a little bit further over here as well. So that does mean we are a little bit shy on troops now who have got movement points over here. But we just needed to do that. So I think it's going to be alright. It's going to be super expensive to move anyone over there though. How about you guys? Well, we've got the British division over here. You could get over there and do a hasty attack, but is that going to be enough? Probably not. You could get there, and it's probably the same for you. You guys couldn't even get over there, so that's unfortunate. Right, that might just be a little bit too little that we've got here then. So the thing is, I want to keep the That's 13 movement points. Why is it 13? I never quite get it. Well, it's muddy, so that's why. So yeah, that's probably also going to be 30 movement points up there and then over there. So probably only going to be a hasty attack, and we do need to support that by the motorized division that I actually want to move through there. But it does need to break through. They've got 7.3 defensive strength. 15 over there, 16 over there, yeah. Curious that they've got so much compared to the value that they are showing there. It's a lot of flank. There's not that many anti-tank guns. It's mostly infantry actually, and infantry support weapons, so it might be nice to actually use one of these tanks over there as well. It would also be nice to move them over here and use them on these divisions, but I think we have to commit some over here. Okay, let's use the tanks, and then let's use, I think, the British Para Division, right? Yeah, you guys. Get over there, and then, excuse me, you and you. You guys are going to try to, you could actually do a deliberate attack over here. No, 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 not you. Sorry, but you. Sorry, can I not just select you and... These two can do a hasty attack? You can do a hasty attack, right? That's okay, right? Can you do a hasty attack? Yeah, you can. Fine. You two, do a hasty attack. Okay. Now it's working. They are holding. 1.5. 39. We are too weak. Okay, now you guys can't attack again. Unfortunate. Right. Okay, that does mean you guys do need to do a hasty attack again. Okay, this time we are pushing them back, so that's lovely and super nice. Good. Can I move you up further? I can. Great. And you even got a lot of movement points left over there. You guys can actually move real far away now. Well, if that isn't something... Right, so we could actually encircle the reserve infantry division over here as well. Or we could try to get around over here. Okay, you guys can move all the way over here. In a slightly awkward fashion, but you could get there. So that's lovely. You guys couldn't though, and you guys... Can I get you to move over here at least? Yeah. Okay, so we would actually have enough capabilities of moving into here already without needing to break through anywhere over here. Do we have a chance of getting this any bigger? Oh guys, I'm excited. I'm excited now. Right, okay, you guys could try to achieve a breakthrough over here. You guys could generally all support that. So we might be able to do something over here and then maybe get around. Or break through over here and try to bring at least... So I think with two tank units we would be getting over here and here. The motorized division could get all the way over there. The tank division could get over there. So that does leave one hex uncovered over here. Yeah, I think we only have 4 tank units or 4 fast units. So 2 over here and then basically no one here, right? Yeah, it's just you two. So we only have 2 fast units. 4 fast units in total. That would be enough to cover this, and that. But we would need to position someone in here, and I just don't think that is... This just might be viable. But I don't think so, with the mud as is. This is light woods, so probably we're not going to be able to get into there. 7, 7, 7. Yeah, that's all just a little bit too little. Yeah, we had to expend too many forces to clear these guys out down there. How about you? 7. Yeah, that just might be enough to achieve a breakthrough here, but where would that get us? And I'm not confident that you guys could move through altogether too far there. On the other hand, you could get over here as well. You could get there. You could get here. So if we only need one tank to move here and one unit to move there, and we could also encircle these 1.5 infantry divisions over here. That would certainly be a very nice encirclement. It would be 2 divisions over here. 1 division over there. Well, 4 divisions in total. That seems viable. On the other hand, we've got a division down here with a couple of Stooks. We've got a full infantry division over here. These guys are not ideal. They're not strong, but it's still a division. So this is 2 divisions. Yeah, I think we're gonna focus on this part of the front line over here. And you guys can actually support us over there. So yeah, if this is the furthest that you could move, then basically we're gonna have three hexes that are gonna be covered. That could be, well, this is 4 hexes, so probably not gonna work that way, is it? Could try to push these guys back and hope that they're gonna retreat this way. I don't think they will though. If we could get here first and then attack, then that might push them into this direction. And then we could cover all of this, well, again with 4 divisions, so but these would be part of that. So that could work. If you guys got over there, well, that's an interesting proposition, isn't it? Right, you guys can't get over there. So who's going to be more interesting to me? Infantry division and a Panzer Grenadier division over here? Or these guys? Well, I think this one has to be the priority, right? So you can't get there. You could get there. Well, 0 movement points though. Right, so probably need to get over here then. And that will, interestingly enough, I think this will capture a lot of this territory up here. Or just be more limited down here. No. I do have hopes of getting these guys, of catching them off guard a little bit. So yeah, you guys are going to move all the way over there. Oh, you're going to be much weaker than I expected you to be. Right, that's fine though. Can you guys move through anywhere over here? No, basically not. Okay, you guys could move there. You guys... You guys move there or there. If you move there and attack... Because of 4 attack points, I think it's a little bit more important to get a strong unit up here. Okay, let's get you over there. That's fine. Get you guys over here, and then these guys into that hex, and then anyone who can advance any further into here. Well, you guys can, but honestly, you're not that relevant. And I do need to keep this corridor open, unless, of course, I could push these guys back and get supply that way. Then we might actually evacuate from over here. We don't need to occupy that hex. Okay, so let's actually try this first over there, I think, right? So if you can break through over here, it just might still be possible to in some way break through over there. It's unrealistic to get you guys to move all the way over there. No. No, that just doesn't work. Okay, so do I even want to move you any further? Yeah, well, I think it should at least theoretically lock them in place there a little bit more, right? Okay, so that is our setup gonna be over here. Right, that's cool. Okay, you guys still can trace supply. Gonna move the headquarter right in there, so that you're covering all of this very, very nicely. And then you guys can move up. That's okay. All of you guys should be able to move up at least a little bit. Who's got the most movement points? You guys do. Okay, still you can only make it over here. Or there. Well, definitely we do need some reinforcements over here. And you know what? I think you guys are going to be moved over there. That's alright then. And then basically all of you guys can get over there. Yeah, there we go. I can't really move anywhere into here. Interesting. Well, lots of zones of controls and everything, but still that's alright. Move you guys up here. That's okay. You guys all fine over here. And actually very, very nice, I think. Right, so that does then take the next US headquarters. So that's a 6 core over here. You guys fine over here. You are controlling all of these units. Yeah, you guys all 6 core. So let's move you up over here, I think. That's alright. Let's get you into there. Anyone else? Yeah, 6 core. Move you up there. 6 core. You're going to be moved over here. That's cool. Good. Let's suppose you guys can get over here. So yeah, very, very nice control lines over there. I like that. It's very tidy. And I appreciate that a lot. Good. Okay. You guys, let's try to get into this harbour. I think that's appropriate here. So that's a very, very nice control there. That's good. I like it. Good. And then we've got this army over here. You're actually controlled by the 8th British Army. So you're on an entirely different army even. So I suppose I should try to push you up a little bit over here, shouldn't I? Well, how about you guys? You're not that weak, are you? Right, let's get you there. Let's move you guys up here. You guys already moved, so that's okay. Let's move you into here. Good. Well, I think that probably this attack path here is not going to be the most relevant. So let's concentrate on this area here. The front line there. I think that's okay. Right, you guys get over there. That basically pushes up our front line a lot. I think we're going to probably get some supply issues at some point, but still, I think that's very, very nice. How about any harbours or anything? Any rail lines? Well, we could build something over here. That just doesn't matter too much. Only if we get over there. Some stuff over here is going to be alright-ish, I guess. But it's not going to be critical. So yeah. Okay, nevertheless, let's move over here and let's start building up the line into this direction here, which I think is okay. And then you guys, yeah, you're gonna get over here, build up the line into this area here, and that should allow us to push supplies through eventually once we do gain a supply depot over there. Right, and we do have some units down here, which I'm also just gonna quickly set up like that to basically capture all of this terrain here and get us a nice railway connection in this general vicinity here. You're actually part of a really, really wrong unit here, so let's just assign you to, well, yeah, let's save this. It's fine. Right, so yeah, that should give us some decent supply lines from Burinci all the way over here. I think next thing, these guys are going to work on that little piece there and then ultimately get over here towards this area so that we can continue to push up there, and that's going to be alright. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned about the supply situation in Rome. Do we have anything in Rome? Nothing received, nothing stored. A lot of stuff stored over here. No, just 4,000. Did it Roma? Yeah, well, at least you've got 42,000 stored, so that's nice. And 71,000 stored over here. The problem here is with these harbours is they cannot push freight forward because they don't have a rail line. And Naples, though, does have, yeah, 390,000 worth of supply. So you guys should actually send a lot through to Rome over here. Are you repairing your rail yards? Yeah, you are. I do have decent priority on that, so it shouldn't be too bad. Right, let's get you up a little bit as well. I suppose over there. Yeah, that's alright. Don't think they're going to break through anywhere over here, so what we can in fact do is grab you guys, move you a little bit closer to the front line as well. Do we have some supplies over here? Stored only 2. Okay, that's not great. Stored 8. Forger 77,000. Okay, yeah, but you guys here are sourcing all the way from Forger, so that's not great. I would love you to push up a little bit more supplies to Piscara. We are already repairing the rail yards over here. And the port isn't doing great either, but yeah. Yeah, the supply situation over here on this side is not great. Probably need to repair something over there, but yeah, that's it for now. Okay, fine. So I'm slightly concerned about the strength of this unit over here, the New Zealand Mixed Infantry Division. These guys might just be a little bit too weak. By the way, so you guys are in theory strong enough of pushing these guys out. I'm worried that these guys here are going to leave. And they are fast. On the other hand, we are exerting so much zone of control, they shouldn't be able to. They just shouldn't. But I think I know the AI does cheat, so they probably will. Yeah, but even if we could smash them out of there, we only got the Italians over here, and I don't want to risk that. If all of you guys did some sort of deliberate attack over here, no, this is just basically one-on-one. Yeah, same over here. And not that this would get us anywhere, but yeah, well, we could overwhelm them here. And at least that would entice these guys to try to break out as well, instead of attacking these guys. But I don't think there's any chance of us breaking through and getting troops further forward. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a possibility. Yeah, no. No. Let's not waste men over here. I think this is fine. And our episode has been going on way too long anyway. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And I do hope to see you around next time. Bye-bye.